Hi, I'm Jacy Stück, for those of you who don't know me. I'm a neonatal ICU nurse at one of the hospitals in the area, and I wanted to share a story that I was privileged to be a part of, that I hope is a blessing to you as it was to me. So back in April and May, I was working almost every shift in the area of our unit designated for babies of COVID positive moms. And most of these babies were full-term and pretty healthy babies who were able to go home in just a couple of days. And their moms were not very sick, sometimes with no symptoms at all. And they were able to go home pretty quickly as well. But one day I started caring for a baby who was different, and her mom was very sick with COVID, and she was born more than 2 months early. So she was 2 pounds and all alone in the NICU. Her dad also was positive for COVID, so he was not allowed to visit at first. And so I knew that she was going to need some TLC. And so I signed up to be her primary nurse, which means that every shift that I worked, I would work with her. And I got to know this family pretty well and got to know this baby very well. And we'll call her Baby K. Baby K's mom was on the ventilator for more than 2 weeks. She was very sick, and at some points we weren't sure that she was going to pull through, which was especially scary for her dad because he was racked with guilt at home, knowing that he had inadvertently brought it home to his family. And he was at home with almost no symptoms. So I prayed for this family, and I know that other nurses joined me in praying for them. I know the nurses in the ICU that would occasionally give me updates on her mom. We're also praying for them. And other nurses that were caring for Baby K let me know that they were praying for her too. So this baby and her family had a special place in the hearts of the nurses in the NICU, and we were all very invested in her story. So in the first few weeks that I was caring for Baby K, I facilitated video chats with her dad, which was the only way that she got to interact with her parents, or really that her parents were interacting with her since she wasn't as interactive. But I did video chats with her dad, and then when her mom came off the ventilator, we were able to do video chats with her mom as well. But her parents were not able to visit her in person until she was 3 weeks old. In fact, Baby K didn't have any physical skin-to-skin contact for the first couple of weeks of her life because we had her on isolation. And so we were all touching her with plastic gowns and gloves, and she didn't have any skin-to-skin contact until myself and some of the other nurses were among the first to give her any skin-to-skin contact. And she actually knew my voice better than her mom's by the time her mom visited for the first time, which was heartbreaking. And so I was privileged to be a part of that story her whole time in the NICU. She did remarkably well, and her mom's recovery was nothing less than amazing. She was able to get off the ventilator and able to recover and go home, and she has bounced back to full health. She's young, so she's got that going for her. But after 2 months in the NICU, this baby was finally to the point where she was able to take her whole bottle all the time, able to be off of oxygen, no medications. And so at a whopping 6 pounds this past week, Baby K got to go home. 2.5 months old, and she was able to go home to her family. And I was able to share that joy with her parents, and just being able to see God answer our prayers for her health and her family. We were all so grateful that He was able to watch over this baby and her family and answer our prayers in that way.